It was supposed to be just a harmless reunion. Years had passed since I'd dated Mark, my ex, and life had moved on. Or so I thought. A few old friends decided to get together one Friday night, and I went along with my husband, Ryan, at first hesitant but thinking it was innocent fun. Drinks flowed freely, laughter got louder, and old memories came back easier than I expected. One thing led to another, I got a little too drunk, the room spinning, the air thick with nostalgia. Mark was sitting close, reminiscing about old times, and before I realized it, I shivered from the cold. He offered me his jacket, which I accepted, and somehow we ended up sharing a blanket while talking on the couch. The night felt like harmless comfort in the haze of alcohol, nothing sexual, nothing planned, just two people wrapped up in memories. But Ryan walked in on us. I remember the exact moment, his face turned pale, his eyes hard, and in one voice, he said the word I never expected, cheating. I tried to explain, my words slurring, fumbling, desperate to make him understand that nothing had happened. But he wasn't listening. He didn't see the blanket as innocent, didn't hear my explanation, didn't care about my drunken haze. In that moment, he was convinced the worst had happened. By the end of the night, the tension had exploded. Ryan didn't scream, didn't throw things, he just made a cold, final decision. "I'm taking the kids overnight," he said, his tone leaving no room for argument. And he did. He left the house, leaving me alone with the bitter taste of regret and humiliation. I sat there, soaked in shame and self-reproach, thinking about how one night, one moment, one poor judgment call had escalated beyond my control. It wasn't supposed to be cheating, it was a lapse in judgment, a blur caused by alcohol, but in his eyes, it was betrayal. The kids were gone, the house was silent, and I was left with a harsh lesson. Perception can sometimes outweigh intention, and the line between innocent and guilty is frighteningly thin. I spent the night pacing, staring at the couch where Mark had wrapped the blanket around me, thinking about how quickly life could shift. By morning, the sun rose on a house empty of laughter, and I knew I had to face the consequences, not just Ryan's anger, but my own carelessness. One blanket, one drunken haze, and suddenly, everything I thought was safe and stable felt fragile.